Hello, friends. This is day 6 as part of our journey of creating project using Golang and Java. So today we are going to learn how to set up config file in our project. So there are two ways of setting the config file, dot properties and YAML. So we'll see these two ways today. And you can find the code under this link, and you can find under day 3 Java code. And next, after this next video, we'll talk about the Docker and the Golang. So we'll try to see the use case of the Docker uh, for the Golang project. And before that, if you are watching my any of the videos, and you will see the name here. So you can subscribe, so that you can get my latest videos. And one more thing I want to show, if you can click here, and then you can go to the playlist, and under the playlist you can find different topics. So if you see here, there are few videos here and few videos here, and I have created those videos day wise, so it will be easy to find other videos also. So let's say if I click here, you can see all of the videos uh, here in this right side, like day 1, day 2. Okay, so now let's start adding our properties file. So I'm just going to bring the code here.
Understanding data structures and algorithms is difficult.
Okay, let's run the project first, and from there we'll go. So bmw, then spring boot run. Okay, it's running at port 8080. So let's check that. Localhost 8080, and then pi status. Okay, we can see our data is here, so that's good. Project is running. Okay, so what we do uh, now, we'll change the port. So we'll change the port to something. Instead of 8080, maybe you can put 9797. So how to change the port? We'll do that using the config file. So if you see, there's a resources here, and under the resources there's a file called application properties. So what I do, I click here, and there is nothing in this file. So we add our stuff here, like we can change the port. So what we do, we go here, and in this file we say that, okay, server dot port. So, and 9700. So this time, it will read that port from this application properties, and when we start our application, it will run at port 9700. So let's check this. Well, let's stop this, and then again I'm going to run using mvnw command. And if you see here, it's a C9700. So this time our application will run at port 9700. Let's check that. So this is the port 8080 I ran previously. It's not running because the port is changed now. So we'll put here 9700. Okay, so we can see our data is here. Let's yeah, so this is not formatted here. I think I have added the plugin in my Chrome. So if you add some plugin For JSON formatting, you can see the data in a properly JSON formatted way. So anyway, so this time we added 9700, and in that way we change the port. So our application is running at port 9700 now. What we do next? We'll change this value up and running. So this is in lowercase. Let's change that in a uppercase. So we'll get this value from our config. So let's do this. So first we'll check where is that value. So we have added that code in a status service IMPL. So that's IMPL is for implementation. So here you see up and running. Okay, that's good. So first we'll go to the application properties, and here we can say something like app dot message. You can give anything here. This is a standard like server dot port. That's a standard. If you want to run your application at port 9700 or different port. So this is the standard server port you have to write in this way. You cannot say like server one port or two port, but this is our message. So you can modify it. So app dot message or your name dot message. What's relevant? You can put that name here. So I'm saying, okay, I'm just going to display some message. So that's app dot message. Go to this time up and running. Do not add double quotes, just up and running. And see here, that's a U upper, A upper, and R upper. So if you see the message, you'll be sure, okay, it's coming from the config. So that's the one thing we added our data in a config. Now the next thing is how to access this data in a code. So there are different ways of accessing the data. So for now, I'm just going to use one simple way to read the data. But there are different ways of the reading data. Like let's say sometime we have uh, database configuration stuff, and in that case we have the multiple data and you want to receive that in a class. You can do that also, but for now we'll not do that. Whenever the use case comes, and in that case we'll we'll use that way to read the config. So for now I'm just going to use the annotation called @value to read this data. So how will you do? You go to the service IMPL, and then somewhere here I'll say that, okay, I'll create the variables first. Okay, private, let's say that the string and then message, and then on the top I can use the annotation. It's a value, and within the double quotes the dollar sign and then curly bracket, and under that we give the name of the that's value, whatever the name we have given in a application property. So let's check that what's there. It's app.message. Okay, app.message. So we'll come to this file, and here we can do app.message. So as soon as we do this at value, it go and read the value for app.message, and the value will be stored in a message. So next thing, we can just display this message here. Type message, save it, stop the application, and then run again. Okay, it's running. Application is started. Let's bring bring the browser and let's check that. So in this browser, you see our old message is up lowercase. If I refresh the page, you can see that's in uppercase. See, nice. We got the up and running. Yeah, great. We achieved our milestones. Okay, so that's the thing. The we can configure our data or message in a config file, and we can get that message, read that properties, and display that. That's nice. Next thing is um, YAML file. So, the YAML file is getting popular nowadays instead of application properties, because that's very handy to use config config data in that file. So how it will be very handy? Let's check that. So, but first see how we'll implement that YAML file, and then after that we'll see the difference. Okay, so what I do here, I'll go here and I'll create a file, and the file name is application.yaml. YAML. That's good. I do not want to use this file, so for now what I do that I'll go here and rename, refactor, rename. So I'm saying, okay, it's application one dot properties. Application one dot properties. So the Spring Boot will look for application.yaml or application.properties. If there is application one dot properties, you will not look for that. So what I do, I'll just copy all those things here and paste it. So I have to follow the YAML rule. So the YAML rule is you can choose something like that you can choose. Just give the colon and then enter. Then one tab here, and then again colon like this. Then app, and then here you just give the colon. Next line, message, instead of equal sign, give colon. Okay, that's good. Let's run and let's change the value a little bit. Up and running. Uh, getting from getting this value from YAML file. Okay, that's good. Stop our application and run it again. Okay, it just started and running. Okay, so I refresh the page, but we do not see our new message. What can be the issue? Okay, so that's usually comes, this kind of thing. So that's also I wanted to show. So what we did here, we started the application, but we didn't clean that. So that's why, the old file was there, and that's why it's getting the data from there. So what I do, I'll do npm and clean. I'll run it again. Okay, it's running. Let's bring the browser. Let's check here. Nice. Up and running, and we see the message getting this value from YAML file. That's good. We achieved our goal here also. If you see the difference between these two files, let me uh, open this file side by side. I'll go here and split right. Okay, so that's a application one properties, and in this side we can open YAML file. So see here. So in this case, if you use the application properties, and if you want to use the server.port or app.message, like in this case, if you see app.message, if there is a more data here, like app dot, some other message one, message two, message three, message four. So what we do, app.message one, app.message two, app.message three, you have to repeat app many times. This is, a little bit cleaner. So if I have the app, And if I have the message one, message two, message three, I can add in a new line. I do not have to repeat after. So this seems a little bit cleaner. So that's why, that's the favorite way of using the configuration using YAML file. So yeah, so from now onwards, we'll use the YAML file for further configurations when we do our projects day by day. So that's all for today. And next video we'll see and talk about a little bit the Docker, use case of the Docker in a Golang project also, and the Java project also. Okay then, see you in next video. Thank you.